Hi, babe.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jessica.
And welcome to A Court of Books and Babes and our first mini-sode.
Woohoo! This is a podcast where two best friends review, react to, and rate our, and soon to be your, favorite fantasy books. And today, for our first mini-sode, we are discussing the hotly anticipated release of Call Her Daddy's latest episode, Miss Alex Cooper interviewing Miss Sarah Janet Maas.
My God.
About her two new books.
Two. Yeah, we cannot wait.
I am so excited. Yeah. Can this officially count as us RTOing to our managers? We're taking the day off, both of those days.
No question.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, I remember when the internet started buzzing saying, I think SJM is going on Call Her Daddy, and it was getting leaked everywhere, and it was like the fandom awoke, not that it was ever fully asleep, but like came alive like this great slumbering beast, and was just like, and it was everywhere I looked was people talking about this.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. Okay.
It was madness.
So you watched them.
Yes.
First, like overall, what did you think?
We got no answers.
So annoying when they had their teaser and it was Alex and with
doing the rapid fire.
I was like, oh my God, these are all the pool of starlight.
Jessica's.
I was quivering. Like I could not. I was so excited. And then to be fair though, when Alex was like, okay, rapid fire, and started doing the questions, and SJM is like looking at her like, girl, what do you want me to say?
Literally. Right.
Am I gonna spoil all of this for you? Am I gonna spoil it for all of my readers? Like you don't actually want me to do that.
Mm-hmm. I kind of did.
I kind of did too a little bit. Just one.
Just a whisper of something.
We did learn a few interesting things though.
Yes.
You noted one earlier with me.
Yes. Bryaxis is a woman.
Obsessed.
Like, yes.
Someone pointed out though that when Rhysand takes Feyre or who, anyway, they first go to the library and then it's described and they go, only women are allowed in here, like to reside here. And it's like,
duh.
Are we so stupid?
Yeah.
Like, and also SJM loves a female big bad.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
Of course Bryaxis is a girl.
Yeah.
Do you think she did that on purpose? Like letting that pronoun drop and like knew what she was doing and was just like, bing.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel like she was just kind of like, she.
Yeah.
Where did she go?
She played it. I'm like, so cool.
She?
What do you mean she? But yeah, also a good question. Like, where does fear itself go?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in my head at 2 a.m. That's where it lives, just circling. Yes.
But on that as well, there is a wild theory now going around that Bryaxis is Cultane from Throne of Glass. And I'm like obsessed with this theory.
Yes. When you told me this, at first I was thinking, who the hell is Cultane? And then it's been a minute and I remembered. And then as you talked about it, because what's like, give the quick little background, because I was bought in.
Because she in Throne of Glass destroys the castle where they're breeding the Valg and the witches.
The witch Valg. Yeah.
Breeding.
Yeah.
And she blows that up and she turns into like what's called shadow fire and like basically destroys, like levels the building. Like everything and she dies because of it. Like she basically sacrifices herself.
Yes.
And in the spinning of this theory, she talks like the internet as a whole talks about how she like suffered so much abuse and then all the people that live in the library suffered all this abuse and like so it would make sense that her story ties into like the protection of these women in the library because they are one and the same. I am like wild for this theory.
I love it.
I hope it's true.
I love it.
I hope it's true. She goes through the word gate or something.
Yes. Also, here I was thinking I had come up with the theory that Mama Archeron, because at first we were talking that she must be Fae. Mama Archeron must be Fae. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, could she be a witch? No, apparently the whole internet has thought this for quite a while. And I thought it was just me, and I was very excited. And anyways, but she asked her, what is the deal with Mama Archeron? And again, she just gives that like look, like, girl, what do you want me to say?
What's the deal with her is what we want.
I know.
Just like, she's so good at dropping like little hints in her writing. And I was kind of hoping that would show up in her interview.
Yes.
And I don't feel like it did.
No.
Like, it wasn't like, there wasn't.
More like close-lipped.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know about publishers either. Like, is she allowed to not talk about it?
I'm
like,
sure there's things that she's not supposed to. I've heard that she doesn't do a ton of interviews. So this is very exciting. I also will say I was so touched when she talked about her journey, her personal journey, writing Silver Flames and Nesta and being postpartum and really struggling. I was and when she started to cry, and she said, she was like, I never cry. I was very moved by that.
Yeah.
I thought that was lovely. And I think Nesta is one of those characters. I remember you reading it. And
I really struggled with her.
At first, right? And I think that is part of what makes her so compelling is she feels very real. She feels very dynamic, like someone incredibly unlikable, but who, as you get to know, you start to, you peel back those layers of the onion and all of a sudden you're like, you are relating to this individual and then you're finding that part of them that makes, all of us, that makes us beautiful. Yeah, it was very cool to see that. And also that all of her FMCs, she feels have echoed her personal journey at one point or another, which I thought was interesting. Oh, okay. She talked about Tamlin. Did you clock that? And will he get a redemption arc? We did get a little bit about that.
I mean, as much as she would say, I guess.
I thought it was pretty interesting, like that she... And again, you and I talked about, we're really, SJM, we're basically soul sisters, so come on the pod. We talked about this, that even if she wanted to give him a redemption arc, how would you handle that?
And like, does he even deserve one?
Yes, and what would that do to women and individuals who've suffered that type of abuse and who now look to that story as being really moving? And she's even said that, she said in the interview, people have gone up to them and said it's what kind of opened their eyes or inspired them to leave an abusive partner, which is so beautiful. So then how would you, to those people, write a redemptive narrative for the abuser? Which was interesting. And she also talked about how, Tamlin is he's not a villain, and there's part of her that understands he had a horrible, and she talks about a horrible upbringing, right?
Terrible family.
But that then he does terrible things. And she said part of her just wanted to be like, nah, fuck you, and leave him, as a writer, like let his character just like be.
I agree with that.
Left to have the vultures pick over.
Yeah. Which is then kind of makes me wonder, since she was since she nodded to that, like, I don't think it's likely that her and Tamlin are Elaine,
yes,
are
mates.
That one.
I agree.
I don't think. I think that, like, no.
Put that to bed a little bit. Yeah. I agree. Unless she's really playing us.
Right. Like the first 100 pages will be like, what?
Which is a possibility. We should say it for anyone who's listening and is like, okay, but when are these books coming out? As if you all haven't watched the Call Her Daddy episode. But October 27th for book 6. It is supposed to be courtesy of our local bookstore told me. Apparently they get like information before we do. Like they will see the cover before it's publicly released. And she was, as the girl working at the counter was telling me, like, yeah, we get things like covers before anyone else does. Yeah, at Found. I almost went over the counter. I was like, show it to me now. She's like, I don't have it yet.
You're like, I don't believe you.
Yes. Turn your laptop around.
Prove it to me.
Anyway, she said that they know, apparently, that the book 6 is supposed to be approximately 350-ish pages. Book short.
That's like a day of reading.
Book 2 on January 12th, 950 pages.
That's more accurate.
I know, I was just curious.
The first
Mist and
book?
Fury
Oh, no, this is only 419 ACOTAR.
is 419.
So it's not quite the novella size. It's
somewhere
like
in the middle.
The second smallest.
Mm.
Interesting. And then Court of Silver Flames is the longest.
It's supposed to be, she said this arc will be exploring fate versus free will and mating bonds.
Which
It's
makes
like
me feel like that is
750.
Lucian and Elaine.
I agree.
750.
Elaine
There you go.
choosing between
Thicker than
Asriel
Silver Flames.
and Lucian.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Kingdom of Ash size.
Right.
I love me a Kingdom of Ash.
I thought it was interesting how she said you're really supposed to read the 2 books as one. Like it's one story.
Yeah.
But that literally the glue that holds paper to the spines of books could not handle it.
Put it in a binder. We'll take it. All at
Right?
once.
Yes. A floppy disk. Come on, girl. Anything.
Take a binder?
Yeah, I would take a binder.
Yeah.
We should say if you're in the Calgary area, order your book through your local bookstore. I know we're all so excited and we're pre-ordering our books.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do Amazon.
Don't do Amazon. They're not going to care. They're not going to notice your dollars, but your little local bookstore will absolutely notice.
They did a post about it. What did they say? Like that it'll support their entire staff
for
like
a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Found in Cochrane is doing a midnight release party for both October 27th and January 12th. And the purchase of your book through that bookstore goes towards the cost of your ticket. They haven't released any more information, but anyway, if you're in the area, first buy your book at your local bookstore, pre-order your book, and then maybe look for a midnight release party because we'll be there.
Yeah, we will
We
be there.
absolutely be. Let me say, when I walked in, I was talking to there was 3 folks at the counter, and I was talking to the one girl, and I was like, oh, then I was like, she's like, so how can I help you? I was like, I'm here to pre-order a couple books. She goes, oh, I wonder which ones you could possibly be interested in. And she was like, let me just pull those right up. Like, didn't even have to exchange any words.
You like look at her. She's like, I know what you
Yeah,
want.
she's like, looks me up and down. Yeah, girl, I got what you need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, okay, what else? Call her daddy.
Rights back to all of her books.
That's right.
Okay, so that for me,
a la Taylor Swift.
I didn't realize she hadn't, like, she published Silver Flames in 2021.
I know, because we only got on this train like 2 years ago.
Yes, and I was
if
like,
that.
if I was the first to read these
furious,
books,
furious.
and Silver Flames came out 5 years ago,
I would have given up hope.
Yes, I would have been like feral.
Yes.
I'm already feral, but
Yeah.
it would have been like a really long time, and I would have been real tired of waiting. It's crazy though.
Yes.
But in that, I wonder if it was because maybe she had plans. Maybe she had plans to, you know, I know she talks about like it was the right time to tell this story and like be inspired, but like, did she not want to release anything else for fear that like the rights would be usurped by this company that had them before?
Yeah. Doesn't want to like create anything and have it taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was curious about that.
I don't know. Good for her though, like getting those rights back. I love hearing like, especially women, like being like, no, this is mine. I made this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that she will not settle for anything less for the Bad Boys. I'm like,
yes.
Seriously, like who?
And that's it. Is yes.
She's like, I will not compromise. I'm like, we are never getting this.
Like, how do you? These are fictional characters.
Conjure up a man.
Like, truly. But yes, she said she would not, like, she wants to be very heavily involved in any TV, movie production.
I will say, though, that is the best way for a TV adapting a book.
We're all thinking of Harry Potter. Yes.
They have to be so involved.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just is not.
It's not the same magic.
It's not.
Although Stephanie Meyer was in the movie Twilight and was like heavily involved.
Who was
in
she?
it. She's the author. She plays just like a woman sitting at a bar.
Does she?
Yeah,
I
in the first movie.
Oh,
I'm not
I
sure if
didn't
she
know
has
that.
cameos in the other one.
Oh.
You know, and I love the Twilight movies. Like whatever, they're like cheesy,
They're
but
so good.
They're fun when you're a
rewatch them
teenager.
all the time.
Yeah.
Anywho, so she was also heavily involved in that, and like also the
Mm.
choice of the music, which actually I love the
Oh,
soundtrack to
so
Twilight.
good.
It's
The
all like kind of
Hoa
indie.
Hoa.
Like it's all kind of indie artists, and like they
Mm.
really, that movie really like propelled a lot of them
Oh,
to fame.
good for
So
them.
it's very interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like that she'll be involved. I
Yep.
feel like it's often in when we refer to women, like people refer to her as difficult to work with, and I'm like, because it's her vision and her like because she won't settle for anything less. Like she's not difficult. She's just she mothered this book like it's her baby.
And how often do we hold women to standards of like niceness that if a man acted in that way, would we call him difficult or would we call him
he's creative?
Yes.
He's passionate.
Exactly. He's really motivated by his craft.
Vision.
Right. But a woman she's a bitch.
She's difficult.
She's difficult, right? Like I even 100%.
So I thought that was
for
interesting.
SJM, get in there.
Yeah. Get it, girl.
Get in there.
Absolutely.
Like, would it be easier to do through a glass? Like, can we have something?
I know. Anything.
Actually, I watched a quick clip. I don't know when she did this. Maybe it was for a promo or maybe it was just like after content. But it was like, what was the question? And her answer was Rowan. And I was like, yes. I feel like ACOTAR gets so much attention and hype. But like, if she would have told me that there was a book coming out about Manon, I would have like lost my ever loving mind. And when she's like, I hope Manon's in therapy, I'm like, please, she's not in therapy.
No.
She's out like retaking the waist.
Yeah.
And, like no. So
I also
sorry, SJM. I don't think Manon's going to therapy.
Sitting there crying with a tissue. No. I also saw in a different interview, but because there was so much hype around this interview, all of a sudden my feed was filled with anything SJM has ever said ever. And one of them was her in an interview and someone was talking about Rhysand. And then I can't remember the question, but she said something to the effect of, yeah, Rhys is just such a great male. And she stopped and she kind of like looks and she goes, sorry, I'm just thinking about like what you guys know versus like what I know. It's so fun. And then she kind of like laughed and I'm like, what does that mean? Like,
see, like I thought there would be more of that in this episode.
Like little sneaky.
Yeah, like Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Where she's like, I don't know. And she kind of did do that in some of the rapid fire questions. But like when you do it to all of them, you're like, okay, what is real and
come on. What did Lorcan do?
Jessica's favorite.
Oh my God.
She did in the rapid fire questions though say that some theories are like shockingly accurate and that she has to take time away from social media because the theories get too close to the truth.
The internet is not dumb.
No.
I mean, listen.
Sometimes.
Right. But like, I also say that the internet's funny.
The internet is the reflection of the world, and the internet is dumb and funny and smart and all the things. It just depends on what corner you're in.
Right. That's true. Because the internet is also horrible.
Yes.
But like I'm like, it's a whole other episode about the internet being
the internet.
blessing and a curse.
That can be our next mini-sode. The internet. The World Wide Web.
The interweb.
I think if I asked a 19-year-old, like, what do you think WWW stuff? First off, I don't know that they would know that there's a WWW.
Because you don't have to even type that
right,
in.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, what? Like, oh, never mind. But if they did know, be like, do you know what that stands for? I don't think they would know.
World Wide Web.
World Wide Web. Now you know, the more you know, as we age ourselves on camera. Okay, what else? We talked about Bryaxis, which we desperately were very excited to chit-chat about. Oh, book titles.
Oh,
guesses. Best guesses. You said you had one.
No, I said I wrote it down that we should talk about it.
I was like, what do you think it'll be?
I don't know.
Something with flowers.
Right. Because I feel.
A petals and...
Okay, but what's Lucian then? Leaves? A quart of flowers and leaves.
I was going to say fire, but silver. But
flowers and fire would be good.
But there's already silver flames. Is that too, close?
Yeah.
I don't
know.
Or it could be like a quart of autumn something.
I don't think it'll be autumn. Thorns and Roses, Mist and Fury,
Mm-hmm.
Wings and Ruin. And then see, the last one isn't just and something. It's just a cord of
Yes,
silver
I know.
flame.
Mm-hmm. Also, she
Yeah.
changed the layout, like the design with the little like swirlies, and
The
it makes me
mask.
so mad
I
because
know.
I'm like, same. And it's off center. And I'm just like, SJM, why would you do this to me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, did I just no you
This is the box set too. So I'm
Oh.
like,
I know.
WTF.
It's a real piss off. Every time I look at mine, I'm like,
I feel like it could be like something about shadows too, if it talks about Azrael.
yes,
Like a cord
Azrael.
God bless us.
A
if
cord
we
of
get
flames and shadows or something.
Or, yeah, petals and shadows, or shadows and power or something. I don't know.
After the interview, I'm more and more convinced that Elaine is going to end up with Lucian, or or she will reject the
feel the
mating
opposite.
bond and choose Azrael.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna go with Az because I feel like SJM was kind of leaning into like, you know,
Free will.
does nature get it wrong sometimes?
Which she
right?
said it does.
And that's why I'm like, so then why write this whole narrative only to be like, just kidding, it got it right again.
How much harder is Lucian's life?
I can't.
Like, I can't.
No,
He can't win.
He,
Can't win. I just want a happy ending.
our fox boy. We talk
I
about
know,
him
but
a lot
maybe he like meets someone. Maybe he ends up with the Phoenix.
with the Phoenix.
yeah,
Yes,
which I'm like totally could see.
agreed. And she's fiery because phoenixes are like flame
They
and
turn
stuff.
to ash.
Yeah,
Or
so
they
maybe
turn-
there's something with his
Sort of
fire and
ash.
her fire.
Shadow and Ash.
Shadow and Ash. Oh,
That's a
Allie. Shadow and Ash is good.
I do
Yeah.
think there is something with flowers though.
Flowers
Well, there's 2 books, so one
or
could be
flames.
Yeah.
Elaine, how does your
On
garden
fire.
grow? Fucking Elaine.
with silver bells and
All vegetables or fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Ah, she did mention that on the podcast, being like something about Elaine growing vegetables, and I was like,
Mm.
indeed, why?
People mad about that as JM.
I also was like, found the part where she talks about like Rhysand handling Feyre's pregnancy and how like Rhysand isn't without flaws, and it was important to like show that.
Yeah.
But also, I wish they would have talked about like Feyre's reaction.
Yes.
Why was it so subdued?
Muted.
Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have touched on that, and I kept waiting for it, like during that section.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
I was like a bit like, meh.
Yes.
And then with Nesta, how she's like unlikable. I felt like I didn't not like Nesta in the first part of the book because she was like spicy or salty. I felt like I didn't like her because of the way she treated everyone else.
Yeah, she's mean.
Like it, yes.
Yeah.
And we talked about that before, how
Mhm.
like, did you have to say it like that?
No.
Like, no, you did
Yeah.
not.
Mm-mm.
So I think for me, it wasn't like that her character, like I could be understanding of like her being like upset and like spicy and like
Mhm.
salty to other people.
Yeah.
But like she was like next level mean.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
vindictive and like when
Unnecessarily
people
cruel.
were trying to like
help
help.
her. Yeah. She would lash out
yes.
like a wounded animal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I felt like I don't know. I'm really scared like Cassian's gonna die in the next book.
I'm
And
not
I'm
even
just
saying
like
that.
I can't.
Don't put that energy into the universe.
I know, but like everyone's like, and then apparently I tried to find like everyone was like, SJM said this song is like about Nesta and Cassian, and I listened to it on TikTok, and I was like,
Oh no.
but I was like, maybe it's not that.
That was interesting.
And then I couldn't find the original like.
I know,
where
and
it
that's
came
it,
from. I'm
right?
like, where and when did she say this?
Like Allie, when you said that you saw on Reddit, someone was talking about how there's a mention of a vial of first light
Oh,
yeah,
with the Weaver, and
know.
I was like,
we fact checked.
I lost my mind. I had to check, and I'm glad we did. Although part of me is wondering if there is this multiverse thing and there's a weird time thing. Could it have been it was a vial of
There must
first
be a
light, and then
multiverse.
maybe over time it was like a game of telephone. It turned into viol at first light instead of vial of first light. I don't know.
There must
Anyway.
be a multiverse thing
Oh,
I just read
aren't
in
you
Act
clever?
4 about the bone carver, and he's talking about how he's not from this world. And yeah.
I
Oh
love the
my
bone
god,
carver.
Allie. I'm so excited to hear about where you're
He's
at.
a male like villain that's compelling.
Because he's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just like Hybern, who is so boring.
Mm.
Hybern's just like, I want to
I'm a
enslave.
bad
But yes, that is.
guy.
I I'm spooky. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, well, you're not really spooky. And then cowers when Nesta points a finger. He's like, oh.
I mean,
That was so
That's a
scary.
scary finger.
she is scary.
It is a scary finger.
Okay, so the other part that had me like raise my eyebrows was when she said about chapter 55 being like the epic chapter and how it like changed people's lives, and I'm like, hold on,
Wait,
I think you mean 54.
like record scratch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I
in
agree.
that moment I was like, huh? No.
Yeah,
No. I mean, yes. But also
no.
55 couldn't have happened without the like incredible writing and like character development that occurred in 54.
And reveal throughout
Yes.
54. Yes, I
like
agree.
that built the level of intimacy that like brought the fire for 55.
Yeah.
And I feel like 54 is like, I wasn't crying. And that's a lie. I did cry when Feyre welcomes him into the house, right? I cried in our episode.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, when she
when
chooses
she
him.
is welcomed into the home, or
No,
when
she chooses him and she's like,
I will choose you forever.
broken in it. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I can't talk
Let's do
about
it again.
I can't talk about it. But that couldn't have happened without everything that was like revealed, talked about, groundwork laid for 54. So in my
100%.
mind, 54 is really like.
And I think that it's what's made the rest of this series, like when we talk about everyone having all of these theories, I don't think we would all have all these theories and ideas of how, oh, she could have an Easter egg here and there and here if it wasn't for the fact that she like just twisted us with 54, where you read it. And as you were reading it, your mind was going, oh, right. Well, oh, yeah. Like, and it was so masterful. And we're all craving that. And so I think that's why the whole fandom has all these theories and this idea. She did make a comment in the interview. She was like, some of you guys are reading way too close. And I'm like, girl, this your own damn fault. Like, look at the consequences of your own actions. Like,
you forced us into this.
You made me this way. And it's because of 54. 54 was this big, holy smokes, I can't believe she did that, right? And yes, so I agree 100%. 54, love me some 55. 54 all day, every day.
I know. It was, because she's like, oh yeah, chapter 55. And literally, like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, 55?
Miss Cooper.
I'm like, I think you read that wrong.
Right.
You gotta get your facts straight. No.
Wouldn't it be funny if then she went on? She was like, I actually did mean 54. And like, she's like, I made a mistake.
Came after me.
That's right.
Literally, everyone does say 54. It's chapter 54, not chapter 55 that lives like
in your head. Yeah.
No,
54.
That was my last thing. Because I felt like that was like mind blowing.
I agree.
I wonder if they talked about that beforehand or if SJM was like, eh.
Yeah, right. They wrapped the episode. She's like, I just wanted to check. Was it really 55 that you liked, or was it 54? I mean, we like both, but
right. Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
Can't have 55 without 54.
No. Cannot. All right, folks, that wraps our first mini-sode. If you want to hear more, go watch the rest of our episodes. We have another episode dropping soon. We're continuing our coverage of A Court of Wings and Ruin.
Yep. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at A Court of Books and Babes Pod, and click subscribe on our YouTube channel and share it with all the babes in your life. Until next time,
stay bookish, babes.